what's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre, One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to settle in the life that has been faithfully set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, understanding the realization behind you being spiritually attacked is a very real thing. Like, there's a lot of riffraff on the internet of you going crazy and ain't nobody not liking you, you know what I'm saying, and you're not being attacked. But think about it. Oftentimes, people's spirits have underlying insecurities that people don't know about because they don't show them on the forefront. They're able to put on a mask to disguise themselves as being something other than what they truly believe. But let me tell you something. Never underestimate the power of what you can see on a person's face. Facial expressions don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Being spiritually attacked will be the conversations that people expect you not to hear. The things people ask about you. You know what I'm saying? The not being able to be good enough to come to you and ask and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, people who underlying spiritually attack you, they will smile in your face. You know what I'm saying? And walk around and portray like everything is good. But deep down in their soul and in their spirit, just one look at them in the eye, you can tell that their spirit doesn't like you. And when that spirit don't like you, that means they're undercoverly spiritually attacking you. It's just, there's no logical proof. You can't tie it to nothing. You know what I'm saying? So people will have you thinking that you crazy, you going insane, it's that nobody don't like you. Nah, listen, when people can't look at themselves, they automatically go towards blaming their own internal wounds on someone else. You feel me? So you may think that you tripping, but you not. You know, when people really deep down inside truly and honestly don't like another person, you know what I'm saying, they will spiritually attack them but play in their face. You know? And you can just get this vibe that you can't place or understand, and there's no logical understanding to why you feel a certain type of way. You know? But it's a very real thing. You ain't crazy, ain't nothing wrong with you. When you're in an area where you feel people's energy and it's giving off this vibe like it just don't agree with what you want, it's not your imagination. It's you not tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's on loud like that so you can understand what you're feeling. So you can figure out how to move away from it. People who spiritually attack you don't want to see you do good. They want to keep you at a low vibration to see you do bad. Even though they may see the potential in you to have to grow, they don't. Their spirit, even the spirit of the people before them, has a certain dislike or a hate. You feel me? Towards something that you cannot see it unless you really pay attention. You would think you just get this magical idea to walk out the room, or you know what I'm saying, want to be in a different space. It's not just you tripping. You feel me? It's real. It's just now it's so visible because people haven't been tapped into their feelings. A lot of people haven't been tapped into energy, which is a part of your feelings. If you feel something, you feel me, and you know something, trust me, it's not your imagination. You're not tripping. You're not going crazy. You're feeling that because somebody's spirit don't like you. You know what I'm saying? And they're playing in your face, but you can feel it. So you excuse yourself from the situation. You know? Don't let people get on this internet and trick you into believing that what you feeling is not truly what you feeling. There are a lot of people who are not tapped in, who are claiming like they're very spiritual, but they're not. It's just a new thing now. You know what I'm saying? The new thing is to act as if we're spiritual because that's how you get attention. But they're not really like that for real. You know what I'm saying? Because again, a person that is truly spiritual actually walks in the spirit that they exude, you know? And again, listen, when you're around a pure spirit, it doesn't mean they just innocent, they ain't never did nothing wrong. It just means that their spirit doesn't judge anybody, doesn't put anyone down, doesn't make anyone feel less than because of actually going through it in their life and also playing a part where they, you know what I'm saying, we're out here doing things that people may feel as if makes them feel low. You know what I'm saying? Their spirit is in a place where it understands all people and all things, you know? And you feel like you can be yourself around them. Now, if you don't, it's because something in your spirit is putting a label on something that doesn't look at you like it's judging you. You know, for example, if you grew up in a chaotic environment where you were always judged and put down, when you see someone that doesn't operate like that, it's hard for you to understand. So when you don't understand something, you automatically get confused. And oftentimes people's true spirits start to rise. You know what I'm saying? So if, like, for instance, you got the label that look like you may be a ugly person deep down. You may have been a person that got so abused in your childhood that it really turned you into an ugly person. But you put on this face like you a good person. These people that walk around with these spirits, you know what I'm saying, of really truly just putting on a face of being nice, but really not like that for real, will be displayed on their face. But if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. You know what I'm saying? But I promise you, it's very visible when you can be able to understand the difference between who's faking it and who's not. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, the face that you see or even just the energy you feel is a person's real true character. And whether you have any physical evidence to tie to it as far as proof, they're spiritually attacking you because something in their spirit don't like you. You feel me? It's real. It's not fake. It's very real. You know? But again, you building up your armor is basically spiritually building yourself up to realize that you still got to be you no matter what. Because you showing up as yourself gives other people the subconscious ability to do it themselves. But again, those spirits that are putting on a face in public but are really truly showing their faces behind the scenes want you to dim your light. They want to try to bring that character out of you so that their whole system can keep flowing of we act as if we're cool in people's faces, but really behind the scenes we be spiritually attacking anybody that can move in their own direction, can think for themselves. You feel me? You got to think for real. Like, long term, a lot of people's spirits have been captured way before they even know who they are. So they grow up in this life, you know what I'm saying, thinking that they're truly being themselves, but they're really not. What you're being is an image of what somebody else wants you to be. That's why you find yourself constantly unhappy. You feel me? Never truly satisfied with your life because you're living in the image of what somebody wants you to be versus you being yourself. And that is, you know, someone spiritually attacking your life. Someone who don't want you to see your true power, because once that happens, you have the ability to have everything you want in life. And people don't like that, especially when they're stuck in their own lives. You know what I'm saying? So the reason that it's so complex like that, I truly believe, is because they don't want people to understand the real. You're not crazy. You're not insane. You know what I'm saying? But the first way you can be able to notice it is you have to be able to heal yourself first. And understanding that judging other people is not right if you got your own flaws. You know what I'm saying? Putting other people in a box because you portray like you this one way, but you know behind the scenes at home you a whole nother way, is not being a version of healed. Because when you are truly healed, you don't have the ability to judge no one else. Because nobody is perfect. There's not one perfect person in the world. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm telling you, you got to think of where some of us came from. Some of us came from people who viewed people in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Due to their own pain and trauma. So say like you may have parents or grandparents that have been, you feel me, controlled to look at another nationality a certain way. You know what I'm saying? When you become of age, you'll look at a nationality the same way. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing you never really had anyone hurt you. You know what I'm saying? From that nationality, it was just a spiritual belief that came from someone before you. So it's up to you to change that so that you can grow in your own power. But when you're so strongly possessed by another spirit, it's hard to change that view on life. Like I grew up, I came from a bloodline of where there are a lot of people in my bloodline that are not racist, but some of the comments they make, it will make you seem as if they're racist. And it's not because they're actually racist towards a person. It's because of the things that maybe they went through or the people before them went through that make them racist like that. But I can't be, because my last living grandparent is white. So if I'm racist, that means I'm racist to myself. You feel me? But it's a preconceived thought that you can make yours if you don't know how to change the course of your spirit. But sometimes that stronghold is so strong on your spirit that you don't know how to change it. You feel me? Because it's just something that has been on your spirit for so long, that has been passed down. The people before you made sure they ingrained it in your brain so much that you don't think there is no other way. You know what I'm saying? Listen. And when those strong spiritual attacks happen on your life, that's what puts you in a state where you feel like, you know, you're not having a good life. You're not completely fulfilled because you haven't broken out of that certain category of a box yet. You know what I'm saying? And made yourself completely whole, to where if you are in that space, it's nothing in your life that should get to you so much to where you stressed out. You know what I'm saying? It's usually that spirit still attached to you that make you look at life a certain way, which uses spirits of other people that also look at life a certain way to keep you in that box. So you never have the ability to grow or get out, because you constantly only elevate or be around people that keep you in that box. When it's time to grow, you feel me, it's hard because you've only been around that one certain box for so long. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they used our mental state to make money off of us. But if you can think a different way, understand how that thinking may not be bad overall. It may be good, it's just you don't know how to think about it properly. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you right now, spiritual attacks come from everybody. Your family, your friends, the people around you, you feel me? Just them seeing you in the way that their spirit sees you, not for truly knowing who you are. They don't even, you feel me, get to vibrate with you on a level where they get to understand who you are. You know, because they're only listening to what their spirit is telling them who you are. You feel me? And that's where the attacks come from. Because every time they see you, or every time they see, you feel me, they hear you, they automatically have this spirit inside of them that says, hey, attack that person internally. You feel me? Whether it's in their physical reality or in their head. You know? And you be trying to figure out like, dang, you feel me? Why am I still stuck stagnant in this box? Because oftentimes you become spiritually attacked. Everybody experiences it. I just think everybody don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a lot of people just think their life is in a spiral and they can't move nowhere because that's just how it's supposed to be. It don't gotta be like that. You can change, you know what I'm saying, your direction and your motive for how you want to live your life. But it's up to you to take that first step. And it doesn't matter when you do it in your life. If you want to heal your spirit, it's up to you to try. You know what I'm saying? Listen, them spiritual attacks don't be no good. And oftentimes, like for me personally, I can feel it. Like when I'm trying to have a conversation with somebody, just to, you feel me, see what they doing, what they got going on, and it's 2-word minimum. You know what I'm saying? No eye contact. Your spirit don't like me, and that's okay, because now I'm about to walk away. You feel me? And oftentimes people with certain spirits now in this day and age are going to attract those same certain spirits back to you, except for the degree of their recklessness just might be a little bit higher than yours. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to pay attention to the signs, or pay attention to signs that people was telling you, but you were too off in your own world to even look at it. Then when you get it played back to you on candid camera, it starts to become visible. Like, dang, you feel me? I really am being spiritually attacked. You feel me? And it's only because a lot of people can't look at their own life. So anytime something goes wrong, it's just easier to feed the attack onto someone else and downcast their life and make them feel less than, to make them feel good about who they are. So if you're around people that do that, those oftentimes are the people who are spiritually attacking you and hoping that you don't grow. So your best bet would be to get away from those type of people. But you got to also understand that some people have been around it so long, even though they portray like they don't kick it around people that are negative, they are negative themselves. They actually turned into the pain that hurt them. So they spiritually attack people undercover. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to catch it. Because if not, they'll put on this act like they're this way, but they're really not. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that they have to use to cover up the fact that they really undercover spiritually be attacking people. But they don't want people to know that they turned into the pain that hurt them. So they tend to only hang around people that on the surface makes it seem as if they're not spiritually attacking people. What happens is these people get along with everybody. They are so used to twisting up stories and finessing words that it makes people live in this state of delusion that they don't understand they're being spiritually attacked. You feel me? I'm telling you. But again, if you are working on healing yourself, your senses become more aware. Those conversations that don't involve you, you feel me? Those silent remarks that got your name in it, you know what I'm saying? The constant side gestures, you feel me? All those are things to hopefully get you to play a part of their game. You know what I'm saying? So listen, never deny nothing you feeling. It's so strong now that oftentimes you can feel it right off the bat. Don't second guess it. Don't question it. It is what it is. But when you're strong enough in who you are, you'll have the ability to overcome the constant spiritual attacks. But again, there are some people that heal from it, and there are some people that silently turn into it. But they just don't want people to know that, so they put off this persona like they're happy people, and they're not. You know what I'm saying? They actually have been spiritually attacked so much, they actually turned into the evil that attacked them. But they know that they wouldn't be able to get by in the world if they were constantly evil. But it is only after so long where their true face can be hidden. It'll be displayed if you give it a chance to see that. But you just got to pay attention because it's so slight. It's so small. Because they're trying really hard to keep their true colors hidden. They're trying really hard to make sure the mask doesn't slip off. You feel me? But I trust and believe, first things first, anybody that gets a kick out of talking about people, they're spiritually attacking you. Try your best to stay out of that. Mind your business. Focus on you. Because the more that you sit around talking about people, you feel me, is the more that you'll invite those spiritual attacks to you. Because if people know that you do that, you ain't gonna say nothing. You're gonna participate. And that spiritual energy is released into the world anytime you sit around talking about people. They're actually, you feel me, feeling that energy, whether people want to understand it or not. But again, it's something that's not measured in time. It's something that's not written down. It's something that has no book on it. It's just what it is. You know? Have you ever just constantly been around someone that just talked about you all the time? And you wonder why your life was going nowhere fast, but you kept going around them? They're spiritually attacking you. They're making sure you don't move ahead in life. You know what I'm saying? Also be mindful and aware of the people that are constantly silent all the time. Just because they don't display that they're spiritually attacking you, they're taking in your movements and the things that you say. And they spiritually relay the message to someone else who don't like you. You feel me? So listen, I'm telling you, it ain't a game to be played. You feel me? You got to be on your toes because it can come from anyone. So be careful who you trust and who you put all your faith into, because it doesn't matter The spiritual attacks can come from 8 to 80. Some little kids are taught to be spiritually evil. You know what I'm saying? Some middle-aged people that are nice all the time are really spiritually ugly. You know what I'm saying? Listen, just be careful and mindful. Spiritual attacks are real. You're not tripping. You're not going insane. It's just what they want you to believe, so that you won't know who's spiritually attacking you and you can't grow in your life. Because there are people who made money off of it who never encountered anybody actually understanding what they were doing. So if you feel as if you're in a room where you're being spiritually attacked, or you feel a unexplainable feeling in the air, most likely it's because someone in that room spiritually don't like you and they spiritually attacking you. So be mindful, be careful, and stay woke. So if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.